Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is December 27th, and if you're wondering where I am in Mountain View, Hawaii. That's why you see blue sky behind me. You can hear the chickens and the roosters going on right now as well. So yeah, I'll be here for the next few days, but I'll continue to do my daily briefings. I'm always watching every single weather update, as always, for the Pacific Northwest. And you can see right now infrared satellite imagery, next storm system already bearing down on us. And it's got more precipitation with it. We got additional rounds after that. We got mountain snows. We got some wave action. We got all kinds of stuff. And we'll take a look at the extended forecast, as always, in our never-ending hunt for Arctic air in the extended. And just a heads up here, this Tempest weather station, I'm going to put this on top of my big pole with my guy wires and everything, because the responsiveness of the station is just superb, and I love the accessibility of this with the smartphone app. So I'm really going to upgrade my setup to be able to see this station more. I'll still have my professional stuff there as well. But if you want that station, click on the link down below for 10%. Now looking at Seattle, Tacoma, we have the winter weather advisories. We still have some wave action for the coastline. I know you don't see some of that for the Northwest Washington coast, but just remember that energetic waves are still going to be out there. And if I click on this winter weather advisory, you see 4 to 6 inches of new snow at Snoqualmie Pass before the snow changes to rain on Saturday morning. And then we got some more coming after that as well. Snoqualmie is going to be pretty close to the snow rain line though at times. If we look at Oregon, you got the hydrologic outlook. Some of this precipitation is actually going to be favoring some areas of Oregon, and I'll show you that here in a moment. But again, you got some of the beach hazard statements out there and some winter weather advisories for the higher terrain. Same thing for eastern Oregon, higher terrain mainly here for the winter weather advisory. And Spokane also talking about mountain pass travel, snowy and breezy on Saturday as well. Nothing too crazy. We see Spokane 35 miles per hour, Ritzville coming in at 38. And check this out, this avalanche watch here for the Idaho Panhandle and Northwest Montana, and they do talk about some pretty strong wordings there. You know, these avalanches can bury and kill a person here, so be very careful. I'll show you the avalanche.org site here in a moment. Boise, Idaho, no snow expected for the lower elevations, and the winds are really probably peaking as I'm doing this right now, so that should be wrapping up as we go through the day, or at least becoming weaker here. So, you know, nice graphic here from Boise National Weather Service. Taking a look at the European model, so you see our next storm system, not a bad low pressure. It's got some decent pressure gradients with it. You see some of the snow flying for the higher terrain, and it kind of keeps the precipitation going. Next slug of moisture, look at that, really targeting portions of Oregon, tries to spread up into Washington at times. And again, this is bringing some precipitation. This is very meaningful, even in the winter months for places east of the Cascades. You see the snow flying off and on for the higher terrain, and of course, a little bit of a break there as we go Monday night into Tuesday, but the next system quickly on the heels of that. Another blustery system there, and just precipitation as I scroll on through the new year, the first week of the new year, just seems to be very persistent. And maybe a little bit of a break here, but we're looking over 10 days out, so take that with a grain of salt right now. Now, total precipitation in inches, scrolling through this fairly quickly, you can see we've got multiple rounds of precipitation rolling through here as we go on in through the weekend, through next week, additional systems rolling in. So we're going to be dealing with that landslide potential here for Willamette Valley, any hills here across Western Washington, Western Oregon, Southwest BC, Vancouver Island is going to get on that action as well, because we've had a lot of precipitation, and we're just going to kind of continuing that here over the next 10 days or so. And snow, 24-hour total, scrolling through here, you can see as we wrap things up on Monday morning there, look at that, some pretty decent amounts across the Oregon Cascades, higher terrain of Idaho, Idaho Panhandle, Western Montana. This is going to be off and on, as you see. Another system arriving here as we go through midweek. Look at that nice shot of mountain snow for BC and Washington with that round, and then just kind of keeping that rinse and repeat as we go through the first week of January. Now, this is avalanche.org. You can see the red is high. You can click on these individual locations and get more information. A lot of considerable across the Cascades of Washington, Oregon. Mount Hood's still high right now as well. So if you're off in the backcountry, check before you go. Looking at the artificial intelligence, I just want to kind of show you, look at these systems just pinwheeling through the Pacific Northwest, and you can see one more coming in there as we go through the new year, and then this continues to be dominated by this Gulf of Alaska trough as we go through the first week, and even longer than that. I mean, look at the Gulf of Alaska just absolutely dominating with that troughing out there. But if we take a look at the weeklies, we do see maybe a pattern change showing up. We're grasping at straws again. It's way up into fantasy land, but we're getting kind of desperate at this point. Everybody wants to know when the Arctic air is coming. So this is the 15-day precipitation anomaly, clearly favors the Pacific Northwest. I mean, no doubt about it, and especially western portions there. This is on top of what is normal for this time of year over the next 15 days. Now, if we look at the weeklies here, and again, it's a good agreement with that Gulf of Alaska trough just absolutely dominating. Let's go through January 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15. But you see something happening here. There's some ridging developing here across the Aleutians, and that can start to help introduce maybe some cooler weather. But I got to warn you, this is January 18th, 19th time frame, way out there. So, you know, there's absolutely not much to it right now. But it is nice to see the pattern change showing up in some of the extended runs. You know, these would be some interesting, much colder systems here for the region. But again, just playing Fantasyland stuff right now, just entertainment. And if I scroll back out, there's this 7-day running temperature anomaly, 850 millibars. You do see that cooler pattern across western Alaska and a lot of the west coast of North America. So hopefully there is something to that. This would be the surface temperatures, a little below normal as we go through early February. Channel's doing great here. What else? I will continue to do my daily briefings while I am out here. I will be back on January 3rd and start resuming my normal ones there. But hopefully you guys are still liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.